Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 6. As you see, I am doing some weed eating, and this is in the area beneath the large tree. It is a raised bed. I will be picking up where I left off in the last video. That was a Nandina that I plan to transplant to the front. As we can see, I sometimes weed eat without proper protection. So in the last video, we visited my favorite garden center and I picked up a few items and planted up a pot or two and also underneath the crepe myrtle. So as you can see, I am finally clearing out all of the weeds. Of course, a lot of shaping up and details need to be done. I discovered some holes, so I decided to step down on them to see what was going on. And the more I stepped, the deeper the hole got. So this is due mostly to erosion and mold activity or vole activity in the area. So last year, everything was pretty much intact, and I decided to do a trio of greens with the Boston fern, some lamb's ear, and some asparagus fern. And this year I plan to do the same. Of course, the lamb's ear has quadrupled in size, and without thinking, I did get large asparagus ferns. So I've dug a hole. I did find some of the previous root and bulbs from that. So it may have come up on its own, but maybe that would have taken up to next year to happen. So what I've done is what I usually do with my larger ferns, to save a little money and also just to get the most bang for my buck. I cut them in half. This method has never cost me any plants, and it always works. So I'm loosening up some roots, and I have at this point planted one and was putting the second half in the ground. The soil I use is a very high quality but very inexpensive $2.99 per bag soil. But because the garden center is so nice and beautiful and reputable, I trust it, and it hasn't failed me yet. So as I was cleaning up, I was harvesting pretty much some things that did not work well in that spot. And that was some wire vine. And I believe this was the second piece of wire vine that was showing some activity or signs of life. I've decided to dig them up and clean up around all of the burgundy glow ajuga. As well, I had picked up unexpectedly some, what was it called? I'll get back to that. But right now I'm picking up some Pachysandra. This is a very pricey plant, and I knew when I researched it over a couple of years before actually getting some that it is a slow grower, and of course it prefers shady areas. And this area, I believe, was getting too much sun, so these did not thrive, but surprisingly they did reappear and somewhat multiplied. So back to the ajuga. In between those, I have planted a verbena. It is the variety Homestead Purple that I think I've always used, but this one had pink in the name. So I'm excited to see what this border is going to look like this season. Of course, with the quads, I am needing a center plant for each frame. With some adjustment, this will be replicated 3 more times. There are 4 corners in a square, and that's what I have. So please stick around to see the updates on this and other projects. Please like this video if you're able to, and subscribe to my channel. And if you are on Instagram, please go on over there and follow me there too at Madame Savad Garden. Until the next time, bye-bye.